Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle.
Hey go-getters, my name is Coach Danielle and I'm the head coach at Orangetheory Fitness in Attleboro, Massachusetts. Shout out to our awesome fitness community there. I'm going to take you through a 5-minute dynamic warm-up with 5 exercises. Let's get started. We're going to come onto that mat. We're going to begin with an alternating cobra to child's pose. You want to take that chest down to the floor, lift up, open the heart, shoulders shift down and back. Curl those toes unders, shift those hips back toward the heels. You have the option of reducing that range of motion, not coming quite as high or quite as far back as you lengthen that spine and open those chest and shoulders. We're going to do that for 1 minute. After that, we are threading the needle. Come to your wrists, shoulders, stacked position, knees, hips stacked. We're gonna thread one arm through the other and then come right back up to that same stacked position. We're really loosening up through those lats. And you're gonna be doing that for 30 seconds on each side. You have the option of not going quite as deep into that range of motion. After that, we've got our plank to plank pike. Again, wrist beneath shoulders, low and level plank. Feel those shoulders, hips, and heels aligned. You're gonna draw those hips high up to the sky and then come right back to that plank position. Again, thread that belly button muscle up and in, and then right back to that plank position. We're heading into our wide mountain climber with rotation. Align your ankle right beneath your knee, straighten that back leg. We're going to take our arms up to the sky, rotating that body, and then bring that right back down, wrist beneath shoulders. Find that plank position, low and level. Big step towards the pinky finger. Reach up into that beautiful rotation. Come on down, step back into that plank. You do have the option of bringing the leg forward, bringing that knee down, and then reaching up. We're gonna do that for 1 minute. Lastly, we have seal jacks. We're gonna open it up, clap it in, get those legs nice and wide, open those arms as much as you can, get that heart rate up. You have the option of opening it up while walking it out, eliminating that jump. We're gonna do these for 1 minute strong. Let's get it going, team.
Challenges are what make life interesting. Overcoming them is what makes life meaningful.
What's up, Orange Nation? I am Coach Rob, coming to you from the great state of West Virginia. I'm specifically the head coach at our Morgantown, West Virginia studio. Shout out to all of our great members and staff. So glad to be representing you guys. Let's get into block number 1. It's 7 minutes long with 3 exercises. We're gonna need a mini band and a mat. We're gonna start with taking that mini band and placing it slightly above the wrist. We're gonna go low band bird dog glide. So I'm gonna go into my 4-point plank position. My knees are underneath my hips, wrist underneath the shoulders. From here, gliding that right hand out, kicking the left leg out and back to that starting position. We're out with opposite hand, opposite leg, back to your starting position. 8 reps on one side, 8 on the other. We then move into our low band iso sumo squat. Gonna lower into that squat, feet are wider than hip width apart, toes pointing out slightly. Tension on that band, raising our hands up to shoulder height and lowering back down. Feeling that burn in those shoulders, keeping tension on that band, back down, 12 reps. We then end with our low band hip hinge low row. Gonna go in that hinge position, good strong back tension on that band. Pull that band into the chest, elbows scrape those ribs and back down to that starting position. Pulling up, squeeze those shoulder blades at the top and back down, 12 reps. So we're gonna repeat those 3 exercises for the next 7 minutes. Let's get after it.
If I had my time again, I'd do something about it. But it's too late, baby, and you're running on out the door. I never knew it'd come to this, never thought we clouded. But can you hold on, baby, just a little bit more? At the start, you were by my side and you were
Up until today, you have survived 100% of your hardest days. This moment is no different. Let's go. Hey Orange Nation, Coach Katie coming at you from Indiana. Special shout out to my teams at Carmel and Orangetheory Fishers Geist. Love you guys. We're gonna have an emphasis on block 2, 10 minutes of work for upper body and a little bit of core. You're gonna need a light to moderate set of objects or weights, as well as one heavier object or weight. The first exercise, we're gonna have a hip hinge position. So important that we set those feet about shoulder width apart, soft bend in the knees, and then hinge forward at your hips. Brace with the core as we go to elevate those arms out into that Y shape, biceps level with the ears. Return back down at tempo, gaze at the ground the entire time you move. 12 reps, and then we're gonna move into an upright stance for our upright row. Now you start with those dumbbells in front of the thighs or objects in front of those thighs. Soft bend, we're gonna lead with the elbows, drive up, tempo to return back down in front of the thighs. Make sure that those objects or dumbbells stay underneath your elbows the full range of motion. Shoulders roll down the back at the top. Both of these exercises lighten the object or weight as needed. Then we're gonna head to that little heavier object. Starting with 1 foot forward, opposite foot back, brace with the core, drop into that 90-degree bend, and then hinge again at those hips. We're gonna drive the elbow straight back, 3 counts to re-extend towards the ground, driving back for 1, tempo to return. Always bracing with that core, making sure that those legs are active. That heavier object goes out of the way, and we're ready to head to the mat. Don't forget, 8 reps on each side there, and then we're heading to the floor. Extending those legs out, we're gonna take both objects up, make sure those legs are extended, we're pushing the low back into the floor, and we're gonna alternate one elbow down and then the other. Bracing through that core, pulling the belly button to the spine so that we don't rotate side to side. Option to put the heels to the ground at any point. Then those objects go out of the way, we're setting up our side plank. This one's going to be 8 on each side, lifting the hips, fingertips come to the sides of the temples. We rotate down, elbow towards the wrist, inhale back open. Exhale to rotate, inhale to open. We're then gonna switch, take it to the opposite side, taking your 8 reps to even out. Always the option to drop to the knees on that side plank as needed. Once you've completed your 8 each side, we're ready to go back to the top to repeat. 12, 12, 8 each side, 12, and 8 each side. Let's get to work and knock out this block. Quality reps only.
Results don't happen overnight. They happen over time. Stay consistent, stay patient, stay humble, stay strong.
We're gonna get that heart rate up. We've got 5 exercises for 3 rounds. Each exercise is gonna be 30 seconds apiece with 15 seconds of rest. Let's get ready to work hard and see those results you came here for. We're gonna start with pogo jumps. You wanna really get those feet up in the air. Keep those eyes straight ahead, that spine tall, and let's get that heart rate moving, pumping. Your option there is to not make the movement quite as big. Next up, we have a 3-step lateral sprint. We're gonna step it out for 3, hiking that knee up, and really bringing lots of energy to this movement. You do have the option of not making it quite as intense and lifting that knee up as you step out for 3, hiking that knee up for an option. Next up is our foot exchange. We're gonna scissor those legs apart. Again, really move nice and strong, get those legs rocking and rolling. You have the option there of eliminating that intensity, making it more of a skip, or walking it out. Go for it, 30 seconds. Next up, we've got in, out, out. We're gonna move and groove nice and fast, as quickly as you can get those feet moving. Your final exercise is an iso sumo squat with alternating punches. You're gonna rotate those hips outward, get nice and deep into that squat. We're gonna punch it out and feel that work right through your obliques. Here we go, punching it out nice and strong. Taking that squat nice and low.
Strive for progress, not for perfection.
Coach Rob again. Let's get into block number 4. It's 6 minutes long with 3 exercises. We're starting with our triceps push-ups. We're gonna go into our tall plank position. So toes driven into the ground, those wrists are underneath those shoulders. We're gonna lower our plank down to the ground, keep those elbows in nice and tight to the body, and push our hands into the ground to get us back to that starting position. Lowering down, squeezing those glutes through the whole process, and back to the top. Option for this, let's go down to the knees and get that push-up in. We then move into our iso hip bridge chest fly. We're gonna go 2 light weights, pull those heels in towards the glutes, raise those weights over top your chest, lift those hips up nice and high to the sky. We're gonna open our arms up, slight bend in those elbows, and then bring it back to that starting position. Opening up, keeping those hips up nice and high, squeezing those glutes, and back to the top. Option for this, in between each rep, lower those hips down to the ground. We end with our weighted toe reach. So laying on that mat, feet up towards the sky, weight over top the chest. I'm gonna lift that weight up towards my toes and back down to the ground. Lifting up, squeezing that core, back down, 12 reps. Option for this, let's do it with those knees bent. We're gonna repeat those 3 exercises for the next 6 minutes. We're almost there. Let's get after it.
I can't resist, I'm powerless, like a fly to light. From out the mist, I see a shine, you're the one for me. And I've been known to give in too easily before, but I know I feel something I've never felt before. Then you told me stay, don't worry, be strong, come along, be with me. It's not too late to change, don't worry, be strong, come along, be with me. I'm feeling like a flame at night, I wanna be the flame in your fire. I'm feeling like a flame at night, I wanna be the flame in your fire. Let's burn it down. Let's burn it down. Let's burn it down. Your touch and kiss, my heart's first wish is coming true. I've begun to grow, and now I know you're the one for me. And I've been known to give in too easily before, but I know I feel something I've never felt before. Then you told me stay, don't worry, be strong, come along, be with me. It's not too late to change, don't worry, be strong, come along, be with me. I'm feeling like a flame at night, I wanna be the flame in your fire. I'm feeling like a flame at night, I wanna be the flame in your fire. I'm feeling
you are so much stronger than you give yourself credit for. Congrats on completing the hard work today. Very important though, flexibility block, about 4.5 minutes to cool down and stretch those muscles. We're gonna start with 20 seconds per side of an overhead tricep extension, reaching those arms overhead, elbow behind the head, press back, making contact and taking the fingertips in between your shoulder blades. You'll hold on one side for about 20 seconds. We'll switch and even out on the opposite side. Then headed to the shoulders, which we worked pretty hard today, bringing that right arm across the front. You wanna have forearm against the palm, pulling across. Make sure you're not pushing it directly on the joint. You'll hold for 20 seconds on one side, open out and switch, 20 seconds on the other. We then have a lateral side body stretch. Reaching one hand down the side body, opposite arm reaches up and over. Try to stay completely lateral in this stretch to get through that side body and underarm. We'll take your 20 seconds on one side and switch 20 seconds on the other. We're then headed down to your mat for a single leg down dog. Taking the hands to the mat, shift those hips up and back, press the heels into the floor, head between the biceps. Then transition one foot to the back of the ankle, pushing that single heel to the floor. Big inhales, big exhales for 20 seconds, and then we'll switch to the opposite side. Then bringing the knees down to the mat, you're gonna turn it so that the fingertips are back towards the thighs. This might be all you need right here. You could use a little bit extra. You can always shift back for a deeper stretch through those forearms. Make sure that you hold each of these for 20 seconds. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I'm searching for the signal, the sign of life. They always try and sway you once you've made up your mind. I've been running from my future.
Just a little old fashioned, looking for a real connection. It's the bottom of the glass and I'm running up for a second. I'ma try again, it's a night full of second chances. Second chances. Just a little more dancing, a little more taking chances. Just a little more glancing, a little more advancing. Just a little more dancing, a little more less for granted. Just a little more dancing, a little more dancing.